While you're sleeping, someone out there is grinding to take everything you ever wanted, so wake the hell up. You say you want success, then why the hell are you still waiting for motivation? Hustle doesn't ask for permission, it doesn't sleep, and it sure as hell doesn't make excuses. This video is for the savage few who are ready to outwork everyone. If you're not obsessed with winning, get out now. But if you are, then let's go to war. The difference between you and the winner isn't talent, it's commitment. Hustle isn't about being in the mood, it's doing the damn work when you're tired, broke, and beaten. Winners bleed for their dreams, losers wait for the right time. That's the raw truth most people can't handle. They think success is a feeling. They think you need to be motivated or inspired to act. That's weak thinking. Hustle doesn't care how you feel. Hustle doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It's a mindset, a code you live by. It's the voice in your head that says, I don't give a damn if I'm tired. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if I failed yesterday. I'm still gonna show up today and crush it. Because that's what real winners do. They keep going when it sucks. They keep going when it's boring. They keep going when nobody's watching, nobody's cheering, and there's no spotlight. They do it because it's who they are. Hustle becomes identity. You either are the work or you're just faking it for social media. The problem with most people is they confuse movement with progress. They'll spend hours planning, scrolling, watching other people win, and call it research. No, that's cowardice disguised as productivity. Hustlers know action is the only truth. They know consistency beats intensity every time. Anyone can go hard for a day, but can you show up after 100 days of rejection? Can you grind when you have zero results and no applause? If you can, that's the hustle mindset. It's about making war with comfort. It's about embracing the pain, knowing that pain is the tax you pay for greatness. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your standards. So if your standard is to only work when you feel good, you're done. Someone out there is grinding while you're doubting. Someone out there is running sprints while you're rewatching motivational videos for the 5th time. You want to be the best? Then act like it. Stop waiting for life to hand you momentum. Build your own. There's no magic formula. It's discipline over drama. It's execution over excuses. Hustle is not glamorous. It's lonely. It's repetitive. It's hard. But that's the price, and guess what? Winners gladly pay it. Because while the world complains, they're too busy building. They don't whine, they work, and that's why they win. So if you're serious, if you're really ready to rise, stop treating hustle like a mood and start living it like a lifestyle. No more, I'll start tomorrow. No more, I'm not feeling it today. Get up, get in gear, and remember, talent is overrated. Relentless hustle is what separates the lions from the sheep. Excuses are lies, beautifully packaged, socially accepted, and personally destructive lies. They're the crutches of the lazy, the comfort blankets of the undisciplined, and the prison bars of the mediocre. You think you're being honest with yourself when you say, I didn't have time, or I wasn't ready, or I just had too much going on. No, you're bullshitting yourself. You're feeding your weakness. You're justifying failure, and worse, you're making peace with it. Dan Peña doesn't entertain that kind of talk, and neither should you, because here's the raw truth. The world doesn't care. It doesn't care about your childhood, your trauma, your boss, your bills, or how tired you are. Life doesn't hand out sympathy trophies. It rewards execution, results, blood, grit, sweat. Winners don't make excuses because they're too busy building. Excuses are for spectators. Hustlers are on the field, playing the damn game, banged up, tired, bleeding, but moving forward. Every time you make an excuse, you're reinforcing a belief that it's okay not to deliver, that it's okay not to fulfill your potential. And with every excuse you feed yourself, you get weaker. You lose that edge, you lose the fire, you normalize mediocrity, you become another face in the crowd that talks big but delivers nothing. You want power? Then stop outsourcing responsibility for your life Stop pointing fingers. Everything you are or aren't right now is a direct result of your decisions, your actions, or your lack of them. If you're broke, own it. If you're out of shape, own it. If your life is in chaos, own every piece of it, because the second you own it, you can change it. But you can't change what you don't claim. That's what makes high performers different. They take full ownership, even when it hurts, even when it's unfair, especially when it's unfair. Excuses don't live in the mind of a savage. They don't have time for pity. They're too busy making shit happen. And don't tell me you're trying. Trying is just another excuse in disguise. You either do the damn thing or you don't. That's it, no in between. Effort without execution is just self-deception. You think you're grinding, but you're really just dancing around commitment. And the harsh truth is, if you outworked everyone like you say you want to, you'd already be where you claim you're going. You don't eliminate excuses by journaling about them. You kill excuses by outworking them, by doing more than what's expected, by rising earlier, staying later, bleeding more, screaming louder. You bury your excuses with your hustle until they're so far beneath you they can't crawl back. Your goals don't care how you feel, the world doesn't either. But your results, they'll speak loud, clear, ruthless, and the only way they'll say what you want them to say is if you shut the hell up and do the work. No more lies, no more stories, no more buts. Excuses are dressed up chains. Take them off and run like hell toward the life you actually want. You want to be elite? Then you need to understand one thing. Progress isn't a choice, it's an addiction. It's not something you do when you feel like it or when everything lines up perfectly. Progress must become your obsession. It must fuel every move you make, every decision you take, every single moment of your life. You should wake up every day with hunger in your gut, with a fire in your soul, and with a mind fixated on getting better, pushing harder, doing more than you did yesterday. If you're not pushing forward, you're going backward. And there's no room for that. Mediocrity is your enemy, and complacency is your prison. Every hour you waste not improving is an hour your competition is using to outwork you, outsmart you, and ultimately take everything you've ever dreamed of. That's the cold, hard truth. And here's the reality. If you're not addicted to progress, you're stuck. You're standing still and the world is moving without you. You can't afford to take breaks when your future is on the line. You can't afford to relax when someone else is using that time to crush their own goals. So when I say progress is a religion, I mean it. It's something you worship, something you dedicate your life to. It's not a part-time gig or a hobby. You make it your daily ritual, the thing that drives you to get out of bed and attack the day with everything you've got. Look at the people who succeed at the highest levels. Whether it's in business, sports, or any other field, the ones who truly stand out are the ones who refuse to stop. They don't rest on their laurels. They're constantly evaluating their progress, pushing their limits, breaking barriers, and setting new records for themselves. That's the mentality you need to adopt. If you're not getting better every single day, then what the hell are you doing? Every day you waste is another day you'll never get back. You see, the game of life isn't won by the ones who wait for the right time. It's won by those who take what they want, grab every opportunity with both hands, and run with it. The elite are obsessed with their own improvement. They don't just look at progress as something to achieve. They look at it as their lifeblood, something they can never live without. And that obsession doesn't stop when they've reached a goal or achieved a success. It's a continuous process. It's a never-ending journey of self-improvement. You don't hit a finish line in life. There is no, I've made it. There's only the grind, and that grind demands constant evolution. If you're serious about success, you have to treat progress like oxygen, something you can't live without. You breathe it in every second. You don't just want it, you need it. Without it, you suffocate. When you wake up, the first thing on your mind should be how you're going to get better today. How are you going to push yourself further, faster, stronger than yesterday? And when you finally collapse into bed at night, it shouldn't be because you're exhausted from chasing distractions. It should be because you've given every ounce of yourself to getting closer to your goals, to becoming the person you were meant to be. There's no finish line. The work never stops. Progress is the only thing that matters. And if you're not obsessed with it, if you're not addicted to it, you're already being left behind. So wake up, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, are you addicted to progress, or are you letting life pass you by? Comfort zones are the silent killers of dreams. They lure you in with their false promises of safety, security, and peace, but in reality, they're prisons, locking you away from your potential. The harsh truth is that nothing worth achieving ever comes from staying comfortable. Growth is not found in a world where everything is easy, predictable, or safe. Growth is born from chaos, from pushing yourself beyond the limits you thought you had. It's in the long nights when everyone else is asleep, and it's in the early mornings when most people are still too lazy to even get out of bed. These moments, when you're exhausted, when you've already given everything, are the breeding grounds for greatness. Hustlers understand this, and that's why they don't look for the easy route. They're not searching for shortcuts or quick fixes. They're not sitting back waiting for their moment to arrive. Instead, they embrace the struggle. They thrive in the discomfort because they know that this is where their true power lies. The pain, the setbacks, the challenges, they don't break them, they fuel them. Every challenge faced is an opportunity to become stronger, smarter, and more determined. Every obstacle is a stepping stone, each one taking them closer to their goals. But here's the kicker. Most people will never make it to that next level because they're too damn comfortable. If you're comfortable right now, let me ask you something. How much are you really growing? How much are you really pushing yourself? Sure, you might have a decent life. Maybe you have a steady job, a nice home, and weekends to relax. That's fine if that's your idea of success. But if you want to leave a legacy, if you want to create something that outlives you, you can't afford to be comfortable. You have to push through the pain, the sacrifice, and the relentless grind. Comfort won't take you to the next level, but discomfort will. When you challenge yourself, you face failure, you face rejection, you face the cold hard truth that not everything will go your way. But that's where the magic happens. In those moments of failure and frustration, you develop the grit, the resilience, and the determination to keep going. You start building the mental toughness that separates the winners from the losers. The more uncomfortable you get, the more you evolve. You get better, you get sharper. You become more capable of handling whatever life throws at you. That's why comfort zones are so dangerous. They make you think that you're okay when you're actually dying inside. They make you complacent. And complacency is the killer of progress. When you stop pushing yourself, when you stop striving for more, you start to atrophy. Your mind goes dull, your body weakens, your ambition fades, and before you know it, you're just another average person, getting by, waiting for the next distraction to numb you from the reality of your mediocrity. If you want extraordinary results, you can't be afraid of discomfort. You have to seek it out. Seek out the hard challenges. Seek out the things that make you uncomfortable. The people who achieve the most in life are the ones who go all in, even when the path ahead is unclear. They don't shy away from adversity. They run straight into it because they know that's where true growth lies. You can't have extraordinary success while living a comfortable life. If you want more, you have to be willing to give more, to sacrifice more, and to fight through the discomfort that comes with it. Comfort zones kill dreams. So break free, get uncomfortable, and watch yourself transform into the person you were always meant to be. Your competition isn't just the person next to you, it's the clock, it's time itself. Time doesn't care about your excuses, your mood, or your struggles. It keeps ticking forward relentlessly without waiting for you to catch up. The world moves on, and while you're sitting there wasting hours, someone else is out there grinding, putting in the work, making progress. That's the reality of the game. Time is your fiercest competitor, and it's the one thing you can never get back. So, if you're not giving it everything you've got every single minute, someone else is. Someone hungrier, more desperate, and more willing to sacrifice than you. And when you finally wake up, they'll be ahead of you. And the clock won't stop to let you catch up. Your laziness, your procrastination, your hesitation are the true enemies. They are the silent killers of ambition. You'll hear the excuses in your head. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start next week. I need to rest. These are the lies you tell yourself to avoid the grind. But guess what? Every time you give into that voice, you fall behind. It's not just a moment wasted, it's a part of your future that gets stolen from you. Every hour you waste, every minute you delay is an opportunity someone else is seizing. And the worst part, you won't even realize it until it's too late. And by then, they're miles ahead and you're left playing catch up, wondering where it all went wrong. But here's the truth. Outworking them isn't about showing off, posting on social media, or bragging about how much you do. It's about putting in the work when no one is watching. It's the early mornings when the rest of the world is still asleep. It's the late nights when the rest of the world is winding down. It's the small, seemingly insignificant tasks that most people overlook, but are the foundation of massive success. It's not the flashy moments that count. It's the grind that no one else sees. That's where the champions are made. They don't need validation or applause, they need results. And they know that results don't come from sitting on your ass and waiting for opportunities to knock on your door. They come from relentlessly pursuing your goals, no matter what. Outworking them means pushing yourself when everyone doubts you, when they tell you it's too hard, too much, too unrealistic. You'll hear it all, the negativity, the criticism, the disbelief. Most people will never understand your ambition. And that's exactly how it should be. If they understood, they'd be doing the same damn thing. But they're not, and that's your edge. You're willing to put in the hours. When others are making excuses, you're willing to do what it takes. When everyone else is waiting for a shortcut, a hack, or a break. The fact that they doubt you, let that fuel you. Use their disbelief as the fire that pushes you to go harder, to outwork them so completely that their doubt turns into awe. Because here's the cold, hard truth. Your life depends on it. It really does. Your success, your dreams, your freedom, all of it hinges on how hard you're willing to work. If you're not grinding every day, then what the hell are you doing? The life you want is earned through sweat, through sacrifice, through relentless effort. It doesn't come from sitting back and hoping for luck. It comes from making every moment count, from seizing every opportunity and wringing everything you can out of it. So outwork them. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Make it happen. Let your actions speak louder than your words, louder than the doubts, louder than the distractions. When they look at you, they should see someone who never stops, who never settles, who's willing to do whatever it takes, no matter how hard it gets. Because when you outwork everyone, you don't just win, you dominate. And that's how you change your life forever. Success doesn't come to the most talented, it comes to the most obsessed. So either hustle like your future depends on it, or step aside for those of us who will. The grind never sleeps, and neither do we.